Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Ryan Davis.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. We're talking about a very warm and wet pattern ahead in the future. Look at our precipitation outlook. So this is the 6 through days 10 outlook, and you can see we're almost bullseye there as we're going to be looking at well above average in precipitation. And you'll see that too here in the futurecast here in a moment. And then also much above average on our temperatures. We're going to have some times coming up in the week ahead where we're going to be up to the 80-degree range. I mean, we're just barely into March and we're going to be in some very warm temperatures. Well, let's go ahead and take a look live here over Memphis, where it is currently 61. Even that's a mild temperature for this time of the year. We've got a light northeast wind, about 8 miles per hour. And live in Paris, where we're at 52, where it has been a little cooler today. We had temperatures up close to 80 degrees yesterday around this time near the Tennessee River. Meanwhile, we've had places north that were in the 60s at the same time. So it depends on where you've been. If you're further south, it's certainly been a lot warmer out there. But either way, we wound up getting a couple of really nice, almost summer-like days in here for the weekend. Timing was just right, wasn't it? Well, now we got to head back to a kind of a rainy pattern, and you'll see the rain's not too far away. But right now, current temperatures on the board, 52 right now in Union City and Dresden. We've got 54 right now in Dyersburg, 52 over in the Huntington area, 61 in Lexington and Jackson, 61 in Memphis, and we've got 63 right now in Selmer. Well, our winds have turned a little more out of the northeast at as high as about 15 miles per hour. So we'll have a little bit of a breeze coming in overnight tonight as the rain starts to get going. We've already had a few showers entering into West Tennessee, but we got this frontal boundary that's going to be with us for the next couple of days, and we're going to see rain developing overnight tonight. I think about all of us will get at least some rain tonight. This will lift a little further north of us in the form of a warm front. By the time we get to Tuesday, I think we'll get a break in some of the rain, but then more rain comes back in as this once again pushes back to the south and stalls out in the area Wednesday night into Thursday. We could be talking about some flood problems in the near future with a couple of heavy batches of rain that are going to be in here a couple of times this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at our radar. Already very active right now. As we look in Arkansas, we've had the little showers that made it in around 6 o'clock. Those have been pushing through West Tennessee, but look back here to the west where we've got some heavy rain that is on its way in. In fact, by about 11 p.m., people here in Dyersburg up to about Union City, it is going to be raining cats and dogs. You can see all that heavy rain. In fact, I wanted to step over just a moment. Let's take a closer look at that radar, and we'll kind of zoom in on some of this rain that is out there. I wanted to see, we did have a little bit of lightning in there, and right now it looks like just some heavy rain. I'm not seeing lightning in that activity at the moment, but we do see potential for a thunderstorm. This is near Poplar Bluff, right there near Quinn in Arkansas, and it is going to be pushing into northwest Tennessee here over about the next hour. But it looks like right now, at least most of any lightning has kind of dissipated. But look at how these storms or these showers, again, could develop into a rumble of thunder at any time. Look at how they're kind of training along, though, all the way back from near Tulsa, Oklahoma. You've got this activity going through Fayette. So looking back here near Tulsa, Oklahoma, you come through Fayette. Look at how that's just riding along like a train. It's just one big batch of rain after another. And that's when we can start seeing some flood potential there. And it's just about a 100-mile stretch there all across northern Arkansas. And it comes in all the way till about Poplar Bluff here. And it's getting ready to push across into West Tennessee by around 11 o'clock. That's going to be doing so, and then we're going to start to get underway with some very heavy rain right along that I-40 corridor as we go through the overnight. So again, very active, but it's not looking severe. It's just going to be some heavy rain on and off throughout the night, and it'll be with us too at the bus stop in the morning. You can see in the National Futurecast, very low movement, and even in the regional view, it's just barely kind of pushing along. It kind of drags right through. I think the regional Futurecast, HRRR, is doing a pretty good job. Notice it's got this rain continuing right on into 5, 6 a.m. and just kind of slowly pushing along through the overnight hours. So those that maybe are leaving out late tonight, heading to the night shift or so, it's going to be kind of a tough go out there, limited visibility and a lot of rain to deal with. Here's a look at Futurecast. So we get that first wave of rain out of here. Tuesday, we get a break. Notice the time and day here above me. And then watch what happens Wednesday night. Here we are into Thursday morning. Here comes the heaviest rain late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Watch how this kind of stalls out over the area as we get into that time. Then also Saturday night into Sunday. Boy, this looks like it could be dicey here too. Look at these waves of rain, one after another. It's just kind of stalled out over us, and we have to wait till we get all the way to like Tuesday before we get the rain out of here. So we'll run this through again. Here comes the rain overnight tonight. That hangs in with us at least for the first half of the day tomorrow, then lifts northward for a little while. Then Wednesday night, here we go, mainly into Thursday morning. Look at how this kind of hangs around, almost kind of tries to back up a little bit there for a moment. But yeah, we can count on most of Thursday being a rain out. Friday, mainly a spotty, isolated storm. Then we get into Saturday. It looks like we'll get through a lot of Saturday in the dry, but then Saturday night into Sunday, it is a rain out as we see it right now. And that's going to hang around right through Saturday night, Sunday, and then it looks like it also hangs around into a good part of the day on Monday. So that is going to be it certainly reflects what we're seeing in the long-term output there of more precipitation, above average precipitation per se. So here we go with our overnight planner. Rain likely as we head into 11 p.m. It'll be about 56. It'll drop to about 54 by 3 a.m. 7 a.m. out at the bus stop. Be sure and take your umbrella. It's going to be a lot of rain still hanging around at that time. Then we'll get a little bit of a break, I think, as we head towards the afternoon, but there'll still be a few hit or miss showers scattered around, kind of lingering through about that time. Looking at your hourly, so we got the rain all throughout the night, and it just goes right into the morning as well. So again, have that umbrella ready heading out for the morning commute. All right, let's take a look at the bus stop forecast. No surprise here. We got the rain, and it'll be heavy at times as we're trying to get off to work and to school there. But I think, again, we'll get a nice break towards the afternoon and at least most of the rain, but we'll still have some clouds around. We might get a few peaks of sunshine, but it's still going to be mainly kind of a cloudy day for the most part. So looking at that 7-day forecast, we'll top out about 68 degrees. We'll drop to about 56 for tomorrow night. A mostly dry day here for Tuesday. Highs go up to 76 degrees. We drop to 60 overnight Tuesday. Here comes more rain the second half of Wednesday, mainly in the evening there. A rainy and stormy day looks on tap for us for Thursday. A few isolated storms possible on Friday, but not everybody will get any rain on Friday. It'll just be a few of us there. And then as we head into Saturday, again, storms, but most of that is going to come in late evening into the overnight there for Saturday. And it's looking like a very rainy weekend. So I hope that everybody enjoyed this weekend. This may be the best weekend we will have for a while. Now, the good news, I don't see any wintry precipitation in here. The bad news is we will be watching Thursday for at least what could wind up being a low-level severe event. Right now, it's not in the outlook, but also, again, for Saturday night and the Sunday, this could wind up being some flood potential here. So we'll have all the updates the closer we get to it. All right, guys, have a safe trip in the morning, going to work and so forth. Thanks for tuning in to West Tennessee Weather, and we'll see you back in the morning for another look at that weather under the rainfall. Take care.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.